What comes to your mind when you hear the term networking? Do you think knowing the right people is more important than having the right skills while searching for a job? Do you believe that your ideal job should be in alignment with your personal values? Hello everyone, and welcome to another brand new episode on my channel Bohemian BookClub. Today I'll be discussing the book, The New Rules of Work, the ultimate career guide for the modern workplace, written by Alexandra Cavoulacos and Kathryn Minshew. Kathryn and Alexandra are the founders of the popular career website, TheMuse. In this book, Kathryn and Alexandra offer the definitive guide to the modern workplace. They teach you about the new rules for finding the right path, landing a high-paying job, and how to be ready at an instant when opportunity appears. If you're at a career crossroads, looking for new opportunities, or just need some direction, this book is perfect for you. It offers insight and advice on how to thrive in the new world of work. Before moving ahead, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Part 1. Figure out your personal values and make sure the role you want aligns with them. If you are in college and are about to graduate, it is time to think about what kind of job you want. But before you go out and find a job that sounds appealing, it's important to consider your personal values. Values are the core of who you are and what you want in life. Values can be something as simple as a commitment to excellence or something more complex such as a commitment to social justice. In order to identify your values, ask yourself, what do I believe in? What do I care about? What am I committed to? What is important to me? What is my highest value? Many people have a hard time determining what they want to do with their lives because they don't know what their personal values are. Therefore, the first step is to identify your personal values so that you can find the perfect career for yourself. Part 2. Study potential career options by researching. Strategic research is a great way to find careers that are aligned with your interests. You can start by researching what you're interested in, and then find the careers that match up with those interests. This will help you figure out what kind of work you want to do. For example, when you think of a career in the arts, you might think of actors and musicians. But there are many other options to explore. For example, if you're interested in performing on stage, but don't want to be an actor, you could try theater production or stage design. If you have an interest in fashion and textiles but don't want to be a designer or stylist, there are still plenty of options for careers in fashion. Once you know what kind of company and role you're looking for, it's important to clearly show potential employers that you're a good fit for them. Part 3. Personal branding can help you attract clients and strengthen your career. A personal brand is an important part of your career. A personal brand is the sum of a person's actions, words, and thoughts. It is the image that people have of you and what they think about you. To develop a personal brand, you need to identify your strengths and then develop content that showcases them. You should also be prepared to talk about your accomplishments and the skills that you have to offer in order to build a strong personal brand. There are many ways to develop your personal brand, but one of the most effective ways is by using social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, or Twitter. These platforms are great for showcasing your personality and sharing your interests with others. However, traditional social media templates can sometimes limit your creativity, so people looking for more freedom in how they represent themselves often need to go independent and create their own website. Part 4. Change your approach to networking. Social media is a great way to network with people who share your interests. It can also help you find new opportunities, connect with industry influencers, and keep up with the latest developments in your field. There are many ways to use social media for networking purposes. You can follow people on Twitter, like their Facebook posts, comment on their Instagram photos, or join their LinkedIn group. You can also create your own content on social media and share it with the people you want to reach out to. Remember that you don't need a huge professional network. You just need the right one. It's not about who you know, it's about who you know that can help you. For example, if you are a freelancer and want to be successful, it is important that you build a network of professionals in your field. This will help with everything from finding clients to getting feedback on your work. But there are also benefits for when things don't go as planned, if one client decides not to pay, or if your computer crashes and takes all of your work with it. With a large professional network, you'll have someone else who can help out in these situations and keep things moving forward smoothly. Part 5. Create a strong first impression by writing an extraordinary cover letter. One of the most important aspects of the job application process is your CV and cover letter. Treat them just as seriously as you would when searching for a new gig. In order to make a good first impression, it is important to have a resume that is up to date and highlights your skills and experience. It is also important to have an updated LinkedIn profile that has a professional photo and current information on the top of the page. However, it's not just about the content of the resume, it's also about how the resume looks. You want to make a good first impression, and you want to be sure that it is obvious to the hiring manager that you are a professional and competent candidate. Keep in mind that some hiring managers will only spend up to 6 seconds on your application, so make sure that everything is clear and easy to read. Part 6. Don't be afraid to negotiate. The work doesn't end with a job offer. In fact, this is where the hard work begins. It's the time to negotiate your contract, and an ideal contract would be one that fits your values and lifestyle, not just your skill set. For example, negotiating salary is not just about the money. It's about what you want out of your career, and what you're willing to give up for it. Also, there are additional benefits to consider. It can be tough to negotiate a salary, but you might be able to ask for a better job title. Something as simple as this can help with that next job search of yours. Finally, say no if you're not convinced that the job is a good fit. A bad workplace can hugely affect your happiness and personal growth in the long run, so don't take a job that doesn't feel right for you. The negotiation process is a two-way street that can take time, but the reward of getting the perfect contract for yourself is worth it in the end. Part 7. Choose the right communication channel. Technology has given us the tools to communicate with each other from anywhere in the world. However, it is important to keep in mind that not all channels are equally effective for all purposes. If you want to be successful, you need to know how to choose the right communication channel and nurture relationships across your company. Some of the most common communication channels are email, phone calls, instant messaging, social media, and video conferencing. Each one of these has its own strengths and weaknesses. Email is a good choice if you want an asynchronous communication channel where people can take their time with their responses. Phone calls are great for quick conversations or if you need to get feedback quickly on a specific issue or problem. Instant messaging is best when you need a quick response but don't want it as soon as possible. Finally, video conferencing is best for face-to-face conversations or if you need to see a person in different locations. Also, it's important to nurture relationships at all levels. Everybody has valuable wisdom to share. Even new hires have something to offer. By listening to and learning from every employee, you will be able to get a better understanding of the company. This will allow you to find out what is going well and what needs improvement. Part 8. Develop your strengths by identifying what you need to improve and growing those skills in the future. Over time, your professional and personal values might change and you will be ready when an opportunity presents itself. All of this is easier if you keep on learning and developing new skills. Put that to the test at your current job, and then when your next role comes up, you're going to be even more prepared for it. One of the first things to do is to work on your productivity. There are many different theories on how to increase productivity. One of the most popular is focusing on the motivation behind each task. This theory says that if you understand why you are doing something, it will be easier to focus on the task and not procrastinate. The most common form of procrastination is when you are trying to avoid doing a task that you find unpleasant or difficult. However, if you realize that completing this particular task will lead to emotional rewards like feeling happy or less stressed, then you'll be more motivated to perform the task, thereby increasing your productivity and reducing procrastination. This theory has been tested by various researchers and companies, with some of them reporting a significant increase in productivity as well as less procrastination. The job market is always evolving, thanks to the rapid developments in technology. In order to stay on the top of your game, you'll have to become proactive in acquiring the necessary skills to keep up with new advances. The first step in this process is identifying the skills that are in alignment with your work and then figuring out how you can develop those skills. You should also think about what other skills might help in your work as well as in life outside work. One of the most important skills that you can develop is managing up. This means building a relationship with your manager by making sure they understand why you want to move and what your goals are. It also means understanding how to work with them to make your move as smooth as possible. There are many different ways of managing up. One way is to be proactive about the career moves you want in the future. This can be done by talking to your boss about what you want and how they can help you get there. Another way is to make sure that your boss knows about all the projects that you are working on, as well as any successes that you have had so far. Conclusion: understanding what your values are and exploring them is essential to being happy and satisfied at work. Take time every few years to explore, understand, and reflect on what you value most. Also, stay up to date with skills and learn how you can work well with different people in your business, even at different levels. Following these simple yet profound tips will enable you to acquire a wealth of skills and achievements and take your professional career to unprecedented heights. Thank you for watching this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe. Your comments, likes and shares are highly appreciated. See you soon in our next episode.